welcome to Telugu Academy. In today's AP Geography class, we're going to learn about the population. Population, Janaba, mana Andhra Pradesh yokka Janaba. So, in India, when coming to India, population was census in the sense counting of how many people are residing in a particular area and particular place or region, how many men, how many women, how many children or how many below 6 years old. This all comes under population studies. This is called as census. Census. So, when taking the scenario of India, census have started in the year 1881. Mean first census. First census means counting of people. How many people reside in this particular place or this particular region, counting how many men or female or how many senior citizens. This is called census, counting of living people in the particular region. So this was started in the British India in the year 1881. So after independence, first census of India after independence was started in the year 1951. So these censuses are calculated for every 10 years because everybody knows that India is a very vast and large country, second most populous country in the world. It is not that feasible or not possible. It is not possible to count how many people are increasing per every year. So they ideally took for every 10 years. Every 10 years is the ideal time for calculating population of India. So for every 10 years, this we do have a registrar for census that is called as General Registrar of Census and Population. So who heads the census department? Registrar heads the census department. Census, a department of census come under which ministry? It comes under Ministry of Home Affairs. Ministry of Home Affairs. Listen, like students may get confused if there is a question like this. Census come under which ministry? Ministry of HRD. HRD means Human Resources Development, Ministry of Home Affairs and other things. What do we think? It deals with counting of people, it deals with human beings. So, we'll be in a mood that, okay, it comes under Ministry of HRD. No, but that's a trap where we all fall in. So, Census Department comes under Ministry of Home Affairs. So, who is the present census registrar is Vivek Joshi. Vivek Joshi is the current census registrar. Okay. So, we have seen census have taken for every 10 years, that is called decadal census. For every 10 years we count how many people are have increased or how many people have decreased, how many deaths, how many births and how many children are there. In that too, how many female children, how many women, how many men. Census counts each and everything, even for cattle also. There is census for cattle also. So, when coming to India, so last census was in the year 2011. So, ideally 2021 must be the census year. But 2021 must be the census year. But because of the pandemic, COVID-19, in 2021, census were not conducted in the year 2021. So, the latest data available for us is 2011 census data only. So whatever data or statistics we are going to study today is from 2011 census. That was the last census. Ideally 2021 there must be another census, because after 2011 10 years means 2021. But because of pandemic COVID-19, in 2021 census were not conducted. So whatever data we study is from 2011, right? So now coming to, like, India stands second most populous country in the world. After China, India is the second most populous country. So when coming back to Andhra Pradesh, if the scenario, so in terms of population, now we are going to see where does Andhra stands in the population, how much we do rank, literacy, female population, female literacy or overall literacy, urban population. We are going to see in the class today. So coming to in terms of population, Andhra Pradesh is the 10th largest in the country, accounting for in the population. Means our population, in coming to our all states, coming to Indian states, pan India, we stand in the 10th position. We are the 10th most populous state in country. Means above we do have 9 more states. Okay, in Andhra Pradesh rank is 10th position. That accounts for how much? Nearly 4.10% of the total population of India. We account for nearly 4.10%. 0.10% of the total population of India. That is in percentage. When come to figures, see, of the total population, as per 2011 census, again I am stressing on this point, the last census were conducted in 2011, so that is the latest data available on census and we have to pick only from this data, okay. As per 2011 census, that is 4.1% of the total population, and that is 4,95,77,103. Where it stands, what is the total population? See, you have to remember one thing. In 2011, bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh was not done. Okay. So, you may have doubt, like, madam, like, Andhra got bifurcated in 2014. Then what about this figure? So whatever might be the figure, examiner is going to ask from this data only, because that is the genuine data available, that is the authentic information. So it comes around 4,95,77,103 people or living in Andhra Pradesh. That is in 2011 combined, we can take as a combined. So decadal growth, now coming to decadal growth. So in Andhra Pradesh stands 10th position in the whole country, in the 10th most populous country in India, and next is 4.10%, that comes around 4,95,77,103. So what is this decadal growth? Decadal means, what is meant by decade? Decade means 10 years, okay? Anything, decade means 10 years. Decadal growth means for every 10 years, how much of population growth is there? How much of population growth is seen for every 10 years? That comes around 18.88%. That means we are increasing by 18.88% for every 10 years. See, in 2001, from 2001 to 2011, 18.88% decadal growth was seen. This growth is during 1961 to 71 and 21.13% during 81 to 91. So for every 10 years we are growing. If we take decadal growth for the state of Andhra Pradesh, means it was seen only in 1961 to 71, and next 81 to 91. That means only 61 to 91 there was decadal growth, and from 91 to 2001 there was a decline in this decadal growth. Means earlier people used to have nearly 5-6 children. A couple used to have 5-6 children till 1991, or at least 2 children, minimum 3 children, or maximum 5 children, 6, keep on going. So, but after 1991, because of awareness, you call awareness or family plannings or whatever, this decadal growth started declining from 1991 to 2000. That comes around 9.21% during 2001 and 2011. Low. This is lower than the all India growth rate. All India decadal growth rate is 17.70%. But Andhra Pradesh was between 2001 and 2011, decadal growth rate was 17.70% for the pan India, for the whole India. But coming to Andhra Pradesh, it is only 9.21%. Because of so much of awareness, people are having either 1 or 2 kids, or raising them with a quality life, or not having kids, other infertility problems, in so many things include in this. So, in Andhra Pradesh, we can see decadal growth only till from 1961 to 1991. It was in a increasing trend. But from 1991 to 2001, it started declining. How much declining means? It's even lesser than the national decadal growth, national average decadal growth. It comes around 9.21%. So, the sex ratio in the state was up from 1983 in 2001 to 1997 in 2011, and is higher than the all India figure of 1943. What is sex ratio? Sex ratio means every 1,000 male, how many females are there? For every 1,000 males, how many females are there? Are they equal to males? Are they nearly 1,000, or more than males, or less than, or very less? So, this is called sex ratio. Sex ratio means for every 1,000 males, how many females are there in that state, or in that district, or in that country. Now, coming to Andhra, we have shown a very much improvement in this, because Andhra Pradesh is a developed state, is a very developed state. So, if you take the states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan, they consider females are very weak. So, if you see in Rajasthan, it's a female rate of female feticide is very high. If they after going for a scan, if you see that there is a female child, they abort then itself only. So, but coming to state of Andhra Pradesh is a very educated and very developed, advanced state. So, here there is no that much parity between the males and female. Almost men and women are equal. So, then coming to the statistics, in 2001, this ratio was 983. Means for every 1,000 men, there are 983 women in the state. That was in the year 2001. And coming to 2011, it has increased more than that. Means people were happy. Even they had only female daughters, female child. They are happy with the daughters also. So, for every 1,000 males, there are 997 women. There are 997 women for every 1,000 men. That is higher than the national average. National average is 943 women for every 1,000 men. So, in sex ratio, we are higher than the national average, which comes around 997 female for every 1000. That is in the year 2011. So, now we coming, that was according to 2011 latest, that was the available data or census. Now coming to socio-economic survey. This data is according to socio-economic survey 2021. So, sex ratio continues to be favorable. Here, coming to which districts, in which districts of Andhra Pradesh, sex ratio is to be seen high, or which district dominates in sex ratio. That is Vijayanagaram and Srikakulam districts. In Vijayanagaram, Srikakulam districts, we can see sex ratio is high. In the districts of East Godavari, Visakhapatnam, West Godavari and Guntur have registered a progressive sex ratio moving from less than 1000 category to more than 1000 from 2001 to 2011. Even when coming to districts like Visakhapatnam, East Godavari, West Godavari and Guntur, that is a progressive sex ratio. Means the increase in more than 1000 males. But this is in a favorable condition. Vijayanagaram and Srikakulam have favorable conditions, not exactly fully, but they are in a favorable conditions. So, coming to the first population of Andhra Pradesh. How much according to 2021 census? So, the population of Andhra Pradesh more than doubled in the last half century from 23.29 million in 1961 to 49.58 million in 2011. So, how much? We have doubled our population in span of 50 years. We have just crossed it, we have doubled it. That is in 1961, our population was 23.29 million. In 2011, our population is 49.58 million. If you take the current status or 2021 or 23 or whenever the next census are going to happen, we even may cross this number also. But for our exam purpose, this is the standard or authentic information. So, of this, in this 49.58 million, how many men and how many women are there? In this 24.83 million is male population and 24.75 million female population. So, hardly there is no difference between male and female. 24.83 million males or male population and 24.75 female population. So, almost both are equal in Andhra Pradesh. So, among the districts of East Godavari, if we take all the districts, East Godavari is the most populous district. Which is the most populous district means East Godavari, and followed by Guntur. Whereas Vijayanagaram accounts for the lowest population, followed by Srikakulam. Which is most populous people? How many, like so many people are living in which district means? That is East Godavari. Next followed by Guntur. Which is the lowest populous district in AP is Vijayanagaram, followed by Srikakulam. So, density of population of AP is 304 person per square kilometers. So, density, coming to density. What is density? Sandhrata means in the particular given area, how many people are living. In a particular given area, how many people are living is called density. So, if we take for population density, like in a given square kilometer, per single square kilometer, how many people are staying? That comes around, for AP, it is, if you imagine this is a square kilometer, okay, 304 people live in a square kilometer. So that is called density. For every square kilometer there are 304 people. That is against 382 persons per square kilometer all India average. If we take the all India average, that is 382 persons per square kilometer, we are only 304. 304 persons are living per square kilometer. What is the density, population density in Andhra Pradesh? It means 304 persons per square kilometers. For India means that is 382 square kilometers for. So Krishna and West Godavari district has the highest density at 518. Yeah, if we coming to the districts, Krishna and Godavari are the highest, they do have the highest population density, which comes around 518. In Krishna and Godavari districts, if we take this is average of total AP. This is average of total AP, but we particularly take any district. Means in this particular area, 518 people are living in two districts. Which districts? Krishna and West Godavari. In the districts of Krishna and West Godavari, for every square kilometer there are 518 persons. So that is the highest population density in which districts means Krishna and Godavari, 518 people. Which districts has the lowest population density means YSR, Kadapa and Prakasam. YSR and Prakasam districts have the lowest population density with less than 200. See here, they are very much populous. They have been like nearly 518 people, more than this national average and more than this state average. So, and coming back to YSR and Kadapa, in a particular place, there are less than 200 people. YSR and Prakasam. In a given square kilometer, there are less than 200 people in YSR and Kadapa and Prakasam districts. When coming back to Krishna and West Godavari, there are nearly 518 people. So that is the scenario. So these which districts have lowest density, population density means Kadapa district and Prakasam. Ante ativrushti, anavrushti laga. So coming to again literacy rate. Literacy means a person who can read and write. That is called literacy. A person who can read in his or her mother tongue, or who can write. That is called literacy. Literacy means not only reading, even writing also counts for literacy. Okay. When coming to the state of AP, how many people are literate? How many people are literate? What is the percentage? So the literacy rate of the state is 67.35% in 2011 as compared to 62.07%. Means from 2001 to 2011 there is an increase in the literacy rate by nearly almost approximately 5%. But Andhra Pradesh has the lowest literacy when compared to all the South Indian states. We are lacking in the literacy rate, but when you take to national average, we are doing bit better, but comparatively other South Indian states, we are bit lacking in literacy. So according to 2011 census, literacy rate is 67.35%. That is an increase by 5% from 2001. Okay, the literacy rate of the state is lower than the all India literacy rate. We are lagging behind than the all India literacy rate. Pan India literacy, all India literacy rate is 72.98%. Okay, literacy in AP increased over 37 points from 29.94% in 1981 to 67.35% in 2011. if we compare from 1981 to 2011, there is an increase of 29.37%. Means we have improved our policies towards education. So it might be Sarva Shiksha Abhigyan or free education, midday meals, whatever it is, we have increased from 1981 to 2011 by 30 points in literacy. So in that, even literacy also, in that we have to count female literacy, because there are so many female dropouts. Every year if you see, only girl child is in so many villages, in rural areas, girl child is allowed to study till the age of, till the class of 6, 7 or 8, maximum 8th class. After that, that girl is married or she have been sent as a domestic help, so many other things. Other like regional issues or security issues. So to increase this, government have come with so many programs, we will discuss later. But now coming to female literacy rate, has gone up from 52.72% in 2001 to 59.96% in 2011. We have been increased by 7% from 2001 to 2011. We have started increase, female literacy have been increased by 7%. The percentage of urban population to the total population in the state is 29 point, what is urban population? People living in towns, cities, metros comes under urban population. How many people are living in metros or cities or towns? How many people are living in rural areas? That comparison comes under nearly 70% lives in rural areas. 71% you can take. 29%, only 29% of the total population lives in towns or urban areas. Towns, cities or metros, if we have. So the percentage of urban population to the total population of state is 29.47% in 2011 as compared to 24. Means they have increased by nearly 7 points because of migrations. Migration is the one of the biggest factor for increase in the urban population in a decade. So now coming to the scheduled caste population. So the scheduled caste population in state has increased from 74.28 lakhs in 2001 to 84.69 lakhs in 2011, registering a growth of 14%. So by 2011, they have increased from 8 to 84.69 lakhs. So SC population is 84.69 lakhs in the year 2011. So as per the 2011 census, scheduled caste population forms how much? 17.08% of the total population of Andhra Pradesh. So how much this scheduled caste population take in the whole population scenario or ratio? They form nearly 17.08%. That comes around almost 80% SC people. 80% scheduled caste people live in rural areas. How much percentage of the population of scheduled caste people live in rural areas? Means almost in this 17%, 79, 80, nearly 80% of SC population lives in rural areas, others live in urban or cities. So the literacy rate among SCs is 64% and lower than the state's literacy rate of 67.41%. Yeah, literacy rate in particular scheduled caste people is only 64.47%. This is lesser than the state average, which is 67.41%, So this is the statistics of scheduled caste population. Then coming to scheduled tribes population. So the tribal population of AP according to 2011 census is 27.39 lakhs. They are very few in number. They are very few in number, they consist of only 5% of the total population of AP. SCs constitute, scheduled caste constitute 17.08%. ST persons constitute only 5.53%. Okay. So the scheduled tribe literacy rate is 48.83%. Scheduled tribes literacy rate is 48.83%. In that particularly, female literacy rate is 39.40% and male literacy 58%. Like scheduled tribe women hardly literate. They are hardly literate. In them only 39% are literate. Other scheduled tribal women are illiterates. Even if coming to male, 58% of scheduled tribe men are literate. Others are illiterate. So which district has the highest scheduled tribe population is Visakhapatnam district has the highest scheduled tribe population, because you can imagine match with Araku, Paderu or Seeleru, all these are hilly areas and the tribal areas or agencies, we call them as agencies, Narsipatnam and all. And coming to urban population. So the percentage of urban population to the total population of the state is 29.47 in 2011 as comparatively 24, means urban population has been increased. In 2011 it is 29.47%. That means it indicates a growth in urban population. Everyone is interested to migrate or settle in urbans, because as a in villages, their traditional skills or sets they are being losing agriculture or other things. So they prefer to travel to urbans because of employment, for better living, better facilities, quality of life. So urban population has increased by 3%. So Visakhapatnam stood first with 47.45%, followed by Krishna district with 4.81%. So which district has the highest urban population means Visakhapatnam has the highest urban population. Almost nearly 47.45 people reside there, urban. And next followed by Krishna district. In Srikakulam urban population is very less. It's 16.16% and Prakasham with 19.56 are the least urbanized districts. They are least urbanized districts. So now coming to the best recorded literacy so far at both the national and state levels were during the 90s. When coming to literacy rate, in 90s we had both national average was best and then even state also was performing to the best. A slow growth in literacy rate was identified during the last decade at state and national levels. A slow growth in literacy has been observed in the last decade. In the last decade, we have seen a slow growth in literacy. There are so many n number of reasons for this slow growth. Literacy in AP increased by over 37% from 29.94 in 1981 to 67.35 in 2011. We have seen this. In spite of this fast rate of growth in the last 3 decades, the literacy rate in AP is still lower than the national average. See, we have improved nearly 37%, but we are lagging behind than the national average. We are lagging behind than the national average in spite of 37% growth in 3 decades. In 3 decades, but with still lagging behind. The overall literacy rate has gone up from 62.60% in 2011 to 67.35 in 2011. The male literacy is 71% to 74%. In 2001, male literacy was 71.28%. It has been increased to 74.77%. Female literacy has gone up from 52.72% to in 2001 to 59.96% in 2011. Female literacy, there is an improvement. We can see improvement in the female literacy, girl child education. So West Godavari district is at the top with 74.32% literacy rate. Which districts tops in literacy, both male and female, holistic view is 90 in West Godavari, that is West Godavari with 74.32%, and Vijayanagaram is the district with least literacy rate, with the lowest, that comes around 58.89% in 2011 census, in 2011 in the state. So West Godavari, the more literate people in West Godavari, the very less educated people in the district of Vijayanagaram. Okay. So the population of senior citizens in the state of Andhra Pradesh as per the census 2011 is 33.75 lakhs. Who are called as senior citizens? A person, a male or female, who attains the age of 60 are called senior citizens. A person who attains the age of 60 are called as senior citizens. So, in Andhra Pradesh there are 33.75 lakh senior citizens, of which in these 33 lakh senior citizens, 16 lakhs of male and 17.67 lakhs of female. So, we have more female senior citizens than male senior citizens. As per the 2011 census, scheduled caste population forms 17.8%. We have seen that. In that 79% live in rural areas. We have seen 21% live in urban in scheduled caste and 79% live in rural areas. Yeah, if we take the sex ratio in scheduled caste people, if we take 1000 scheduled caste men, how many females are there for every 1000 scheduled caste men? Means it is higher than the national average and higher than the even the sex ratio. Yeah, when coming to dropouts, the SC enrollment ratio is 82.29% and dropout rate is 39.64% as against the general rate of 33.41%. Dropout in the sense, a boy or girl who have enrolled in school but they don't continue till throughout the year. They for any reason, it could be any reason, they discontinue their education or school education. So if in SC, coming to SC population, if 82% of people, 82 kids are being enrolled in school, mean they have been they have been enrolled in any school, in that 39 means 40% will drop in between. They doesn't continue their further studies. They discontinue their school education, which is, that is in general, that is only for SC population. And coming to dropouts of general population is 33%. 33% is general dropout, and particularly coming to scheduled caste population means nearly 39% of dropouts. Enrollment is also 82%. In that 39% are dropouts. So as per the official estimates of the Planning Commission for the year 2011-12, the poverty ratios for rural and urban areas of United Andhra Pradesh were 10.96% and 5.81% respectively. Yeah, coming to poverty. The 2011 means that was United Andhra Pradesh. Telangana, it includes both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. So, if we take poverty rate in urban and in rural and urban population, 10% of rural people are poor and 5.8% of urban people are poor. The people, 10% of people living in rural are poor. Poor in the sense it comes around like daily per day. They have to earn this much of income. So, and 5.81% in urban are poor. Headcount ratio for the combined ratio stands at 9.20%. If we take both rural and urban together, it comes around 9.20%. Means in combined Andhra Pradesh in 2011 and 12, according to Planning Commission, 9.20% people are poor. The corresponding figures of all India during the same period were 25.70%, 13.70% for rural and urban areas, and the combined was 21.92%. This lower headcount ratio of the state is not only lower than the all India's HCR, but is the lowest among major states with population more than 4 crores. Means we are doing well. So, not all the people are poor. We are in only very less percentage when it comes to poverty. It is observed that poverty is predominant among underprivileged classes, that is scheduled caste 22%, STs 15% and other OBCs, other backward caste is 9% and is relatively less prevalent among forward castes. Now coming to this statistics, which stands highest and which district stands low and which district stands highest in their performances coming to population. So, highest population, which district has highest populations means East Godavari and Guntur are the highest populous districts. Which districts are having lowest population means Vijayanagaram and Srikakulam. So, coming to population density. Highest population density is to be seen in Krishna and West Godavari districts and lowest population to be seen in Kadapa and Prakasam. We have seen density means persons living per square kilometer. Next, decadal growth rate. Decadal growth rate means for every 10 years, how much of growth in population is to be seen. So, in decadal growth rate, highest district with decadal growth rate is Kurnool and Anantapur. District with lowest decadal growth rate is West Godavari and Vijayanagaram. Again, sex ratio. Sex ratio is for every 1,000 men, how many women are there? Vijayanagaram and Srikakulam are leading in highest sex ratio and the lowest comes in Anantapur and Prakasam districts. Male population. In which districts there are more males comparatively females? Highest East Godavari and Guntur. In East Godavari, Guntur there are number of males are more than females. In which district has more females comparatively males? That is Vijayanagaram and Srikakulam has less population of men. So, child population. Child population means 0 to 6 years children, time of birth to 6 years. So, highest population in which district there are children in the age of 0 to 6 years means East Godavari and Kurnool. Lowest child population in which districts means Vijayanagaram and Kadapa. So, urban population. So, which district has highest urban population is Visakhapatnam or Vizag and Krishna district. Lowest urban population is Srikakulam and Vijayanagaram. Rural population. People living more people living in rurals in which district is East Godavari and Guntur. Lowest rural population is Vijayanagaram and Kadapa. Towns. Highest is Chittoor and East Godavari. Lowest is Nellore and Srikakulam. Villages. Highest population is in Vishakhapatnam and Srikakulam. Lowest Guntur and West Godavari. Coming to literacy. In which districts highest literacy rate is recorded? That is East Godavari and Krishna. In Vijayanagaram and Kurnool, lowest literacy rates are recorded. So Vizag leads in ST population. Kadapa has the lowest ST population. So this is all about population of Andhra Pradesh. That's all for today. See you next class. Thank you.